Such is life. I do feel, I don't know what it is with this computer, but I feel like whenever I do anything not intense, but if I stream too long, it just breaks. So what I was going into before that happened, guys, was I was talking about my TikTok. If you can see it here right now, I was gonna go in and show you guys kind of what happened. I hid a lot of the comments because it started. It was like it was getting to be too much. I can take criticism, but I can't take people. Just saying, they made April O'Neil ugly. I don't know why they're doing this. I have no problem with them making her black. Yeah, I can't understand, quite frankly, why they would do that, and that's why they call him Chad Sanders. But you know what I'm saying? Though? Like it's just weird to me that they would like go that far with some of the comments. But like I mentioned before, both videos have a couple thousand views. I stopped people from being able to stitch, so they don't like come at me sideways. But essentially, the gist of it is, I said that the character model for April was ugly, but didn't find it appealing, and then everyone in the comments went on and on and on about like, oh, you don't want this little girl to be attractive. I go, bro, I am not saying that. I'm saying take her back to her roots from when she was not a kid, and I just it's the stretch. It's like that whole the cancel culture mentality where people are going to come at you simply because they can, like only because they can. You know, like if they wouldn't come at you if they didn't think it was going to do something. Like right now, I guarantee you there's some YouTuber out there that's going after this in a different way. Like acres of everything's doing great, man. What happened? There are always haters on the web, brother. Keep it up. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not even like really like bothered per se by it. It's just more annoying than anything else. So someone goes, "She's a kid, and you as a grown man critiquing a teenager character is weird. You calling her ugly is weird. Looking is weird." And I'm like, bro, it's not a real teenager. Like everybody's jumping like it's like I'm talking about a real kid. Also, the fact is that I can think that a character model, no matter what it is ugly. I'm allowed to do that. I would never go like there's a real actress go, that little girl's ugly. I would never do that. But I don't like the way they chose to design April. I can say that. Well, she's a young teenager. She's not supposed to be attractive. No one said she was. I'll say it again. I was referring to the fact that I did not find. I found the original cartoon character to be attractive, and I want them to have this new one be an adult. She ain't ugly. This is mad weird, bro. How someone mentioned it was in me. Someone that her proportions look off. How do her proportions look weird, unlike other proportions of animated women? Her proportions are more realistic, if you ask me, because she has baby fingers in this trailer. Bro, there are many Aprils. She was a teen a few times, adults and some when she's a mutant. This one she's a teen again, which fits. Get over it. And I'm like, she's only been a teen twice. Are people are also people are calling what you're saying because you're not arguing her adulthood, you're arguing her attractiveness. I didn't argue her attractiveness. I just said that I start off with they made April ugly. Like I don't like the way it looks. And he goes, turn off them stitches like a poozer. Yes, I turn them off because I don't want people to call me a pedo. It's weird. Um, she's been a teen for more than 10 years now. 2012, why care now? Oh, nah, man. It's like saying looking at anime girls think they look great, but there are people doing horrendous things IRL, but I'm the bad guy. Come off of it. Yeah, I'm saying like exactly. Like I'm not looking at these. I'll say this again. I was not looking at April as a source of attraction. I was simply stating that they originally made the character attractive on purpose. If you think they didn't try to make that character attractive on purpose, you're crazy. The first iteration of it. And since then, they have made her into a teenager, and I'm like, it just feels like it's less universally attractive in general. Period. And I mean attractive in the sense of attractive, not like, ooh, I want to sleep with it. It's like a color, like the color red can be attractive. The color blue can be attractive. I mean, in a very artistic sense. But people were jumping all over it on TikTok. Someone said, bro, you're exposing yourself here. Just stop. And I'm like, oh my God, who the hell cares? And I'm like, there was a point on the internet when everybody would care if you changed anything. So I'm ignoring all the comments that are like going extreme with it. Sounds like you're upset because you can't find a way to sexualize her. I mean, I'm not upset about it. I'm not trying to sexualize her at all. I just think it would be better for the franchise if they kept the character what it was. Now, I believe you, man. It's the internet. They want to hate. Oh, I know you believe me. I'm just saying out loud like this is what's happening. Bro, you're like 30 commenting on how a 13-year-old looks. Your word is F. If this was a real person, I would agree with you. But it's not a real person. It's a character model. It does not even look like the original character. It does not even look like the voice actors. They created a character. Like, that's where I'm like, how are y'all making this stretch? So, but again, I feel like what's happening here is frankly just like the whole, I'll say it again, is people being bored, people being like, oh, I want them to jump on, and they want to create an issue that doesn't exist. Like, I can't. Part of me is like wants to respond to it, but I know. I'll play this. You have one or two options with stuff like this. You can either ignore it, and it will go away in literally a week. If I leave for the weekend, I almost guarantee you that this will go away. Two, I could address it. You know, I could straight up address. I forgot this is off. I could address it straight up, and I could be like, hey, everybody, this is not what it is. If you think it's weird, that's on you, but this is not what's happening. I could do that, right? But I do feel like if I address it, it feeds the flames and makes it worse, or I can ignore it and just let it kind of fade. I don't think anyone's going to really think I'm a pedo because of that video. So I think what I would do, honestly, is I'll probably address it later and do a different type of video where I like make a list of maybe top 5 most attractive cartoons, right? And then at the very end of that video, I call out anybody that had anything to say to me about the turtle thing. And I'll be like, listen, like here's the thing. These characters are made to be appealing or not appealing. And that is literally the entire point. They don't just make like characters to make characters. They're either I should said appealing. If I said the word attraction, that does sound weird. I should have said appealing, right? Then you wind up like going through this whole thing. And so to me it's better if I just ignore it. Cause like while this honestly might most likely become, you said you wish everyone was more attractive, which implies a whole host of stuff, Chris. No, I didn't say that. See, that's what I mean. This is what I'm saying. I'll play the video. I wish that like, all right, let's just play the video. I did not say I wish that she was more attractive. That's why I think people are just running with this whole narrative and taking it way too far. I'll play the video. Cause I'd rather just have it in front of me and talk through it one at one time.
I don't know why they're doing this.
All right, so let's say
they made April O'Neil ugly.
All right. So ugly, meaning I don't like the way they made the character look. Not because I'm like, ooh, she's so cute. I've never said that a day in my life. Let's keep going.
I don't know why they're doing this. I have no problem with them making her black or even chunky, but they're doing something weird here with April that I don't think a lot of people are thinking about. Because think about this. April O'Neil started off as being super attractive.
I'll pause there. I'll start there. They're doing something weird with April. All right, again, start off. They made her ugly. The character model is ugly. I am going to stand behind that. I do not think it looks good. That is where I'm standing with that. Let's keep going. So now I said that there's something weird with April.
Attractive in both the comic book as well as in the 1980s series. Like a hot woman in a yellow suit, a woman in a lab coat. Both.
Okay. I'm stating my preference of attraction, what I am into. I am stating that I liked it better when she was a woman in a lab coat, a woman in a yellow suit, stating woman. Okay, let's keep going.
Of them great, right? And then they move on to making her into,
I'll say it.
A teenager, right?
Okay, made into a teenager. That's uncomfortable.
Which is just like, it's fine, she's a teen, but I also...
It's fine, she's a teen. I'm not saying it's bad that she's a teen. I'm just not a fan of it.
I'm doing that because I think, like, even with teens are aspirational in their dating. They want to...
Right. So if you've watched anything from the 80s, even in the shows themselves, right? You always have the teens who have a crush on someone older, right? And it's unrequited, meaning the older person doesn't want them back. That is a standard trope amongst cartoons and media when this thing came out.
The older person, they don't have unrequited crushes. Like, that's how it always works.
And this has been a normal thing throughout the series, even in the teen series, even in 2012 series. Donnie had a crush on April the whole time. She had a crush on April, but it was unrequited, right? I know they were the same; they were more of the same age in that one, but like Raphael and Leo both liked April in the original series and in the movies, right? So it was unrequited. They don't get it because she's like, yeah, I gotta let these kids down because I'm an adult.
Universe. But now we're in a stage where she's not just a teen, she's also a teen and doesn't look very nice. Always looks kind of...
Right, I said she doesn't look nice. She looks... I don't like the way this looks. I think she looks... I don't know how to say it any other way. I don't like the way it looks. It's an ugly character model. I wish they would have drawn her differently, and I'm allowed to say that. I'm not saying I would want to sleep with it. I'm not saying I'm even into it. I'm not saying that I like it like that. I'm just saying that I don't like how this looks. It's a character on a screen. It's not a real person. It's not even based on anybody real. All right, let's keep going.
Crazy looking, or nerdy. And I'm like, what are they doing? I love a good nerdy girl, but why are they betraying April for who she is?
Why are they putting her back to her roots? Bro, you said April ugly first sentence. You fumbled it. Why? What does an ugly character model even mean? What is the difference? It's the same thing. No, bro, you know what an ugly character model is. You can't tell. You don't know what that is? Come on. You're trying not to at that point. I didn't fumble anything. I said she's ugly. Right, I think the character model is ugly.
I'm just saying, they made April O'Neil ugly. I don't know why.
Right. Yeah, I'm allowed to say that. If you don't know what an ugly character model is, you're not even trying to understand it. Literally, an ugly character model. You can look at characters on any cartoon and say whether they are ugly or not. I got one. Like Megamind. I hate the way Megamind looks, right? The Megamind character model is literally ugly. I'll use that. I know originally it was based on Robert Downey Jr., and then he couldn't do the film, so they switched it and made it Will Ferrell. I would argue that, I forget his name too. I think it's Heatwave in Incredibles, or is that, no, that's Jonah Hill though. Yeah, I also found this to be ugly as well. I would easily call these both ugly character models. I will say they made them both look ugly, and nobody would have said a thing. I'm just mentioning it. I think she looks ugly. I do. In fact, I'll say this. I think every character in Megamind looks ugly, including the fish baby person. I don't like the way they look. They're ugly. I can say that. That does not make me I'm attracted to it. I would say it's not an attractive character model. I can say that too. That's the first one that comes to mind really for me is Megamind. I think Tina Fey played this character. This person. I would argue this is also an ugly character model. I do not find it to be attractive. And not because I want to sleep with it, I just don't like the way it looks. Like, God. Like, I'm aware of the difference. But, like, making the stretch that somebody wants to be, like, with a cartoon character because they said that it's ugly is ridiculous, completely and utterly. I mean, I don't know. I think I would say like there are Shrek character models, Lord Farquaad that I find ugly. I think Fiona. I think Fiona is actually an ugly character model. I mean, I think she's meant to be ugly, obviously, but I'm talking about Fiona before she becomes a whatever. Like I don't like how this looks. It's ugly. My opinion. That's my point. And you don't have to agree with it. But if I think something's ugly and I don't like how it looks, that does not mean that it has sexual intention. I think that the way that they made April O'Neil look in the 80s cartoon looked good. That is just what it is. Like the way they drew April O'Neil, in my opinion, it looked nice. I thought it looked nice. Not that I'm trying to say anything sexual about it. You notice I didn't go in and mock the other April O'Neil in the other series because I thought that April O'Neil was drawn and designed appropriately. I thought it looked good. I can say that the original April O'Neil doesn't look nice. I think it's ugly. This is ugly. This is ugly. I can say that. This is ugly. This is not ugly. It does not have anything to do with sexuality. This is literally a cartoon fan looking at a cartoon and judging it as a cartoon. That is it and nothing more. I mean, here's the thing. I'm already getting the smoke. You're talking about be ready for the smoke. The smoke is already here. I'm not getting smoke. I'm already getting smoke for it. But my point is that TikTok is going crazy over it. Make this topic a TikTok. It will go. It is. That's what I'm saying. It's already going stupid. Like, it doesn't make any sense, honestly, that people would want to go this hard for it. But, like, that's just the fact. That's where we're at now. Like, you can create characters that are attractive or not attractive. Now, you're talking about sexuality attractive? That has nothing to do with this conversation. Like, it doesn't. I thought that the April O'Neil in the 2003 Turtles, I liked her original model, for one, better than the ones they did later. Like, this looks fine. Like, this is, the style that makes sense at the time. Then later they changed her style for the other parts of the series, like Back to the Future. They made it more glossy, and it just wasn't, it didn't have that same grit, you know what I mean? But as a cartoon fan, this is my entire conversation piece. Like, you have good-looking cartoon models and not good-looking cartoon models. And that's it. It's not that difficult. But I don't know. Part of me wants to make a video to address it. Part of me is like, yeah, just let that crap die, bro. Like, I can defend myself all day, but ultimately people are going to have the opinion they have. They're going to say it's weird. They're going to say I said it weird because they feel dumb. But ultimately, this is a situation. You shouldn't have put April character model with the boobs out. You should have compared this April to the black April you actually liked. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think I need to do anything different. I use the original April as what I'm talking about because I think the problem is that if I did what you said, I'll put it out there. If I used the model that you're saying, that would then give these people ammunition to say that I'm sexualizing little girls. For the record, that would give them, because now I'm comparing two children and saying what I find attractive, what I don't find attractive. So I think I'm actually in a safer space, to be real with you, to just stick with the fact that I like the way April looks when she's an adult. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. Like, yeah, I do think I should let it die. I'll address it just for prosperity's sake. Maybe like in a month ago, like, hey, remember a month ago when this happened? It was not relevant anymore. So at least I have it out there. Because I feel like you should hear me speak to it in a normal way and not in this thing where people were like being creepy. Because people were looking for something to hate. Like, it's the internet. People want something to get outraged about. Like, they will find it if they have to. They will. And they will. It's going to happen no matter what. So, that's where we're at. With that said, guys, I was going to make an account on feetfinder.com. But we didn't get to it. I might play around and do that again later. Oh man! But for now, I need to bounce and actually go back to work and get some stuff done. So we'll figure out our Feet Finder storyline a little bit later. Just want to say thank you guys for watching, hanging out here and engaging with me as I dealt with this ridiculous thing, and also talk about Dragon Ball Z and other things that clearly we wanted to discuss today. I'll see you guys real soon. Don't forget to add me on TikTok at nerd.motivation. You do that on TikTok. Obviously Twitch and Nerd Motivation, and then YouTube, Chris C. Sandreas Sanders. I'm gonna get out of here, but thank you guys for chilling. Most people are fat and are jealous over a character because they don't want to do the work. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad someone has my back. Red's not a flavor is trying to come in my head, though. I see where his allegiances lie. He is with the TikTok people. Go be with the TikTok people, then. It's fine. Chris, you have to react to this rap. All right, I don't even want to click on any links while I'm on stream at all. Because YouTube is like, all you do is repurpose other people's stuff. I'm like, I don't do that. It's fine. All right, guys, we're gonna do this again tomorrow. So if you want to hang out on the stream, you know what to do. Come through. I'll be here around noon. It's today, Wednesday, yeah. Because Friday, I can go a little bit longer than usual because work's different that day. But for Friday, it'll be different. All right, guys. Thank you for chilling. I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks for coming through. Bye.